Joining me now at Citigroup's TMT conference and for an exclusive interview is ARM CEO Rene Haas. Good to see you.
Thank you,
Rene. And good to talk to you after your stock opened, had a blockbuster debut, and then kind of has struggled since then. What's your reaction to the price action?
You know, in general, we're super happy with the process. Roadshow was a long ordeal, had never gone through one of those before. Our advisors said if you can price at the high end of the range and go out at that number, it's a good thing. That's what we did. So just really happy about where things are at the moment.
A lot of the analysts have come out with reports, and I know it's been a bit of a choppy environment overall in the market, but there are these lingering questions about where growth is going to come from for you, especially in a kind of post-smartphone growth world. What are you telling investors about that? You
know, the ARM of 2016, that's when we were last public before SoftBank bought us, was very concentrated in the mobile market, as you mentioned. But we're just a much more diversified company. We've expanded into the data center, we're in automotive, we're in IoT, and what's happening is more and more of these devices are essentially computers. The car is a computer on wheels, the data center doing more and more around AI, smart devices that require security and artificial intelligence. So for us, our diversification strategy, which we put in place a few years ago, really represents the ARM of 2023.
But it's still, what, 60% smartphones, right?
No, we're about 45% now in smartphones.
So how is the growth going in auto, specifically in auto?
The two highest growth markets for us are in the data center, where increasingly people are having to use much more power-efficient CPUs, which is the product that ARM does. So we have a lot of growth in the data center. We have a lot of growth in automotive, where it's either the ADAS system, the ECUs that control your anti-lock brakes, even things like the power windows. Those are all becoming ARM-based.
And I know you're in AI, and you help power one of NVIDIA's new chips, which I know you've talked about. Are you struggling to convince investors, though, that you're an AI play?
No, because, you know, AI has been around for actually a number of years. When you think about a robotaxi, a cruise robotaxi, well, that's AI. That runs on ARM. When you think about edge devices like the Alexa or Assistant, that's AI. That runs on ARM. So what we're seeing now, Sarah, is an acceleration, if you will, and I think the ChatGPT moment is what accelerated it all, in terms of the capability of what these large language models could enable. So now what we're seeing is a big jump up in terms of demand. And as you mentioned, the Grace Hopper chip that NVIDIA builds, which is essentially a NVIDIA accelerator with ARM CPUs, is a great example of where we play even the most stringent AI applications.
Is there more to do there?
A lot more, yeah. I mean, we've just really scratched the surface in terms of how capable these devices can be.
More to do specifically with NVIDIA, where everybody wants to.
I think there's more to do in the data center, certainly in terms of training. But the other thing to think about is inference. Inference is the devices that take all that training and then put it to work. And that can be a security camera, that can be your automobile, that can be your smartphone, that can be your PC, all places where ARM plays. So as these large training models find their way into edge devices, like phones and cameras, ARM is going to have a huge role.
And so 45% is still a good chunk of revenue tied to smartphones. Is there any more growth left in that market, or is it mature?
We think so. I mean, it's a mature market, we think, in terms of the amount of units per year. We're not seeing double-digit growth any longer. But at the same time, the devices are getting smarter. They're requiring more and more compute capability. We see a lot of demand for more and more power efficiency. So we think there's a lot of room to grow still in the smartphone market.